Hi there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to be creating a card made completely from die cuts. So there is no stamping on today's card, just lots of die cutting. I'm going to start off by using this Watercolor Wishes paper pack. This one is by Lawn Fawn, and this one I have used pretty much all of the blues out of and greens. They have been so good for backgrounds, quick easy backgrounds for skies or grass and things like that. So I'm going to use the blue one today. I purchased quite a few of these paper pads when they came out just because they are so handy. I have my card base and then my card front is just ever so slightly smaller. My card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I am just going to put this, cut down this piece of blue. This is from the paper pad that you saw before. Cut it down so that it fits evenly onto my card front that I created. In the end, I guess I probably didn't need to have that backing, the card front, which is 80-pound Nina Solar White. However, it did give it some really good stability, so you could go either way, use it or not. It's up to you. So I'm just cutting down that little blue watercolor piece, and then from here I have got a whole lot of die cutting. So this is the grassy, this is the straight one, there's a curved one as well, and these ones are from Aliexpress. I will link whatever I can below, whatever I can find. Sometimes things disappear from the site and I'm not able to link them, but anything I find I will link for you below. I'm just going to do one piece of grass, and it was cut from a sort of scrap piece, so that's why it looks a bit funny, but we'll trim it up and it will be all good. This is one of my favorite balloons, balloon dies, which I have used several times in the last few videos that I've done, and it is definitely one of my favorites. I've cut it out of some pattern paper, some stripy pattern paper, and I've also cut it out of some 80-pound Nina Solar White. And because I want the string to be white and I want the balloon to be blue and stripy, so and as per usual, I'm just putting a little piece of tape over the little holes of the balloon to keep those pieces in there. So it's slowly coming together. I'm slowly getting all the little bits that I need, and now I am going to put my tractor together. I'm cutting it out of some green cardstock, just some scrap green cardstock that I have, and popping out all those little pieces from the windows and the wheels. I'm keeping those two wee green pieces that go in the tractor and just putting down some removable adhesive, and I am going to go over in some pine needles distress ink just to make them into a darker green so that they stand out a little bit more when I put them back in. This tractor is also from Aliexpress, and it's a really good size. I really like this tractor for my cards. Next up, I am just going to put a little bit of acetate behind the tractor windows. It's one of those finer details that you can kind of hardly see, I guess, but it matters to me to know that the little window is in there. So I'm just cutting a little piece of acetate and then using some double-sided adhesive to stick it onto the back there. So I know it's there at least. And so I just cut it to shape, just freehand. Nobody will see the back. There we go. You can kind of see it if I catch it in the light. And then from here, I'm just going to put a little bit of double-sided adhesive over those two little bits that I coloured a darker green, just so that they have something to stick to. And turn it over, and I don't need to peel the adhesive off the back because I don't need the back to be sticky. So just pop those two wee pieces in. Something that last time I used this tractor I had quite a few viewers comment on was, how do I get the wheels completely cut out of the tractor when obviously they kind of only cut half a wheel, the rest of it is in the tractor. And so all you need to do is turn the die around so that you are cutting the bit that didn't get cut, place it into the part that will cut out those little grooves for the wheels. So you kind of just keep turning the die around and eventually you'll get a whole wheel cut out. Kind kind of, you can do it in about 2 if not 3 passes through your die cutting machine. And the wheels have to fit up, match exactly. You have to just keep turning the wheels and turning the wheels until you get them to match up, so that you can't see too much of the green through the inside. So I just put a little bit of liquid glue so that I can keep turning them around until I find that. And then once I've got it, I'm happy. My little tractor's coming along good. I had made this card for a little boy and that I had in mind, and this was going to be a birthday card, a happy birthday card. So I have this die, which is also from Aliexpress, and I will try and link that below, and I have cut it out of black cardstock. Now I'm just seeing how everything goes together, and here I'm just making sure that I can fit everything on. I don't like, when I look at this, I don't like that you can see the grass through the tractor wheels. I think that just seems silly. So I did play around with the idea of putting the tractor behind the grass, and I wasn't happy with how it looked because it kind of ended up hiding too much of it. So this is where I'm umming and ahhing about, it looks a bit funny that you can see the grass. So in the end, I decided to just take some scrap grey cardstock that I had, and I'm just freehanding a little circle and going to put some liquid glue on the back, and that way you won't be able to see the grass through the wheels of the tractor, and that is much better. And I kind of like the look that it gives the wheels. Actually, I think I will do this in the future when I'm going to make this tractor again. I'll put little grey bits behind the wheels. Okay, so I just need to do that bigger wheel and put everything together. So from here I am just going to put foam squares on the back of the tractor. The foam squares are from Aliexpress, which I will link below, and I'm just going to put plenty of them on and spread them all around. You could use foam tape or fun foam, anything that you have handy. So now I have to pick off all of the backing to these little squares and pop him down. I'm also going to pop up the balloon using some foam squares, and I want the little balloon string to be coming out of the exhaust as though it might be tied on there. I could have added a little bow, that would have been cool, but I was trying not to make it too girly, seeing as it was for a boy. And then I'm just using a little bit of my liquid glue, and in this bottle, it's a fine tip applicator bottle from Aliexpress, and I'll try and link those below as well, and it has Range's Multi-Matte Medium inside of it, so that's my kind of go-to liquid glue. Then from here, the only thing that I have left to do is I'm going to mat it on a black mat. Just kind of brings out the tractor tires and the sentiment and wraps it all up together nicely. And then I'm just going to adhere it down to my card base using some double-sided adhesive. And that is kind of our card, wrapping up our card for today, that we made using just die cuts, so no stamping today. And it's fun to make those cards every now and then. I quite enjoy, I don't mind doing lots of die cutting and putting cards together like that, so I had lots of fun. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this card, and I hope I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.